So we're now off to do another test route. We're going to leave the test centre to the left. As you head up, be careful of the parked cars on the left hand side of the road. Also, if you are waiting for something to come through, be careful not to block the junction on the left just here. However, you can get 2 cars through at a time. If it's a bus or a large vehicle coming through, though, make sure you wait. And at the end of the road, you're going to go to the left. You'll notice a roundabout sign. So at the roundabout, you're going to be asked to go to the right. As you exit the roundabout, you'll see straight ahead of you a zebra crossing. Depending on what time of the day it is, this one can get very busy. So be careful on approach. Straight ahead of you, the examiner's going to say to you, find somewhere safe to pull over on the left. Don't worry about blocking driveways. Now, the reason he's saying that is he can't see clearly ahead, so he doesn't know if there is a gap. So don't worry about blocking driveways if they do say so. Okay, when you're ready, prepare, observe, manoeuvre. And away we go. And you're going to be asked to take the next turning on the left. As you do enter Barn Hall, please be careful, as you will always find parked cars on the left. It's not that busy this morning, so we're quite lucky. There's not lots of cars here. Straight ahead of you, the examiner's going to ask you to find somewhere safe to pull up on the left. As you can see, there is a bus stop. Do not park in that bus stop. Go past the bus stop and past the junction, and then find somewhere nice and safe on the left to pull over. Lovely. And when you're ready, we're going to prepare the car, observe the car, and manoeuvre. Always remember your POM routine. And after these parked cars, there is a turning on the right hand side of the road. Once you go past this one, you're going to be asked to take the next turning on the right, Roundabout Way. It is on a bend, so be careful of cars coming round the corner. And if you could pull over on the right hand side of the road, get as close to the car as possible in front of you. Don't worry about blocking the bus stop. And when it's safe to do so, if you can reverse the car back 2 full car lengths, keep as close to the curb as possible. Whilst you're doing this manoeuvre, make sure you're doing really good observations all the way around the car, and especially out the back window. If something does come past, make sure you stop, then do your all-round observations and carry on again. Once you've done your 2 car lengths, stop the car, and the examiner will say to you, drive on when it's safe to do so. Remembering your POM routine. As you're driving along now, be cautious obviously of the parked cars. This road can get very busy during the day with other learner drivers. At the end of the road, we're going to go to the left. And at the end of this road, you're going to go to the right. Quite a closed junction this one, so peeping and creeping as you go out. And then you're going to be asked to take the next turning on the left. Now this is quite a sharp corner, so as you do go round, make sure you keep yourself nice and close to the curb. As you will find during the weekdays, there will be parked cars very close to the edge. If you are asked to pull up on the left here, be cautious of hidden bus stops, which we're now going past. And making sure you're doing some great mirror checks as you're going out and coming in. Now at the end of the road, you're going to be asked to go to the left. Now, at the beginning of the test, the examiner would have asked you just to follow the road ahead if he says nothing. So be careful here. You have a zebra crossing which can get busy, followed by a roundabout. They won't always tell you about this roundabout. Also watching out for the garage, as you're giving away here to the right. Cars do come out of there quite quickly. Now as you're picking your speed up towards 30 miles per hour, you will see ahead of you a warning sign, a bend coming round to the right, but we're actually going to take the turning just on this bend. There is a little box junction which you need to get yourself into. So a nice signal now, and then into the box junction, which isn't painted that well. And then we're going to take the turning on the right into Queen Elizabeth Way. Again, lovely mirror checks as you're going through all the parked cars. And here the examiner will say to you, find somewhere nice and safe to pull up on the left. This is also used for the pull up on the right, but when it's safe to do so. We're going to do our POM routine, preparing the car, observing, and then we're going to manoeuvre off. And then we're going to be taking the next turn in on the right. Now, depending on what time of the day you're doing your test, this is one of the busiest roads you're going to come down. Obviously, there's a school on the right hand side of the road, so lots of parked cars, lots of children, and it isn't a place where they have a lollipop person, so make sure you are driving through here safely if it is busy. You're going to go through lots of parked cars as you come through Monkwick, so again, really good mirror checks and making sure you're nice and safe as you proceed through. We're just following the road ahead. We've got some temporary traffic lights up ahead. These aren't normally here. And at the end of the road, we're going to be going to the right. As you turn out, be careful, straight ahead of you there is a zebra crossing. Once you go past the zebra crossing, you're going to take the turning on the left. As you enter Wethersfield Road, be careful as there's parked cars on the right hand side of the road. So if a bus is coming around the corner, they could be coming around in your lane, so be cautious. You're then going to be asked to take the second turning on the left. Now, as you take your turn in, there is a bus stop as you go in. So be careful of buses and cars coming towards you. And we're lucky today, although there's people waiting at the bus stop, no bus there. Again, lots of parked cars, so good mirror checks. And at the end of the road, you're going to be asked to go to the right. Now, as people come out onto this road, they sometimes ask me, what's the speed limit? Have a good look around it. You'll see lots of street lights, lots of houses, so the speed limit is 30. School sign up ahead, and during the school hours, You will find a lollipop person here, so be cautious. And look straight ahead of you, you'll see another speed sign change. It is 40 miles per hour. Now looking and planning ahead, you'll see another sign. White sign with the black stripe. What's the speed limit? 60 miles per hour. It's a single carriageway road. Now on this road, the examiner will expect you to get your speed up to at least 50 miles per hour. However, be slightly cautious, because after this parking bays here, you're going to be asked to take the next turning on the left. So you can see the turning now. It's a nice early signals, because this is a fast road, letting the car behind know that you're turning off, and then obviously start to bring the car speed down. As you enter Hay Lane, remember the speed limit is still 60 miles per hour. Obviously they're not expecting you to do 60 around here, but they will expect you to be picking up your speed and slowing it down on the bends and things like that. This is an ideal location now for them to ask you one of the show me questions. Now, because we're on a country road, we're going to ask today, when it's safe to do so, to show me how to operate the horn. Perfect. As you are driving along, just think about some risks. What could be coming around the corner? Cars like this, so be prepared to slow down. Also, there could be horses, there is a local farm, tractors, things like that. So make sure you're planning these risks as you're driving along. Now as we get to the end of the road, you're going to be asked to go to the left. There is a hidden 40 miles per hour sign, you'll see it just as you go through. Now this is a really blind junction, so you will need to really creep forward and peeping out to the right, checking it's nice and safe as you proceed out. As you do come out of the junction, take a look to the right, you'll see a very hidden, overgrown 30 miles per hour sign. Now, if you don't spot that sign, look around. There's houses. There's a couple of street lights. So the speed limit obviously is 30. And you get a couple of signs there to help you out anyway as you go through. Just talking about risks. There's no pathways through here. So be careful, you'll see a warning sign there on the left. Dependent again what time of the day, there could be lots of children walking to the local school. As you are driving through this little village, If something large comes towards you, don't be scared to slow your car down and pull a little bit over to the left. Try not to stop the car, but slow down and let the vehicle pass through and do the hard work for you. Again, you'll see a warning sign on the right. That's telling you there's no paths again. So if it is a busy school time, especially on this bend, you could have children walking towards you. So be cautious. As you go round the final bend here, you're going to be asked to take a turning on the left. To help you out, there is a white pole straight ahead of you. It's just after that white pole, so signalling about now. As you take the turning, be careful of the Whalebone pub, as it is very close to the side of the road. Once you've been cautious here, straight ahead of you, you'll see two signs. One, that the road is liable to flood, and you'll also see your national speed limit sign, single carriageway, which is 60. You will be expected to pick your speed up to at least 50 on this bit of road. However, in the winter months, this road does get flooded. So obviously, slow your speed down for obviously the conditions of the road. Although they're not painted well, you'll see slow writ on the floor, so making sure you're slowing down for your bends. Now straight ahead of us we can see some signs appearing. One with a horse, which is hidden, so be careful because there are horse stables around here. Second one followed by a crossroads sign. So obviously it's our right of way at the moment. Just be careful though, because this bend is sharper than you realise. Straight ahead of you, you'll now see a new speed sign. Yep, 40 miles per hour. Followed straight away by a slow sign. That's because we've got some bends coming up. Also, there are some hidden driveways where people live, so be cautious of them coming out of their houses. And you can see someone doing some work on the side of the road. So if there was cars and things coming towards us, just be cautious of that. And some warning signs that this is a sharp bend. So slowing down accordingly and then picking your speed back up. Lots of potholes here to the left. If a car's coming towards you like there, just slow the car down. You'll see a warning sign up ahead. As you do go round to the right, it is very sharp, so keep yourself to the left. And look straight ahead, you can see houses and you can see street lights, because the speed limit is 30 and the signs are hidden. You can only see them now just as we're going through. Don't get caught going 40 miles per hour. That's a very hidden speed sign back there. Now you're on your way back to the test centre. We're probably going to be there in about 3 minutes, so this is the type of places that you could get asked to pull over again. It's very important now that you keep your concentration going. As you probably know, that you're on your way back to the test centre. So we're going to prepare the car, observe and manoeuvre on. Okay, that car didn't do the prepare, observe, manoeuvre routine. So, going back to your theory, always be cautious of other road users. Now, you can see the school patrol sign. Again, depending on what time of the day, there is a lollipop person here. Be cautious, this does get very busy. The examiner will not always tell you here that there's a roundabout, so make sure you spot the signs early and follow the road ahead. There's always parked cars on either side of the road here, so making sure you do your mirror checks and proceed with caution. And you'll see a roundabout sign followed by the mini roundabout sign, and we're going to go to the right. And if you can take the next turning please on the right. There is a box junction here and it's not painted well at all, so make sure you get yourself into it. Now as you turn in, you've got double yellow lines on the left, also parked cars on the right. If it's a large vehicle like this coming through, hold back and wait. If it's a smaller car, you can definitely get two cars through here. Remember though, it is your right of way. And we're going to take the next turning on the right. And as you enter in, the Driver and Vehicle Standards Agency, you're back at the test centre. Congratulations, you've passed. Good luck everybody.